Wow, already it has been some year. So let's start with the debacle at the Capitol. Anybody that didn't see that or something worse coming is short sighted. And mark my words, the inauguration will be just as wild. This dude with the buffalo getup is obviously a grifter of some sort. He's actually a failed actor and an avid QAnon demonstrator. Look into him. I saw pictures of like old women with fanny packs strolling down the halls. And now Trump is being blamed for inciting violence through both his inaction and certain tweets he sent out and other posts on various social media. Now, and only now that the votes have been certified and Joe Biden is without doubt the president elect, Jack Dorsey and Mark Zuckerberg feel emboldened enough to get in the good graces of the incoming administration and censor the current president in such a manner. Oh, yeah, by the way, Parler is now banned from pretty much everywhere, which is interesting considering how many atrocities that otherwise wouldn't have been achieved using Google services. In this race to wokeness, these big tech companies are pushing people even further into feelings of oppression and seclusion during one of the most tumultuous times in our history as a nation. And this kind of all goes back to my last video. And a viewer named Bruiser Brown made a good point. I mentioned that Trump would essentially go on as a second president, even though he doesn't hold the office, because of his immense influence and political connections. Bruiser suggested that this explains why the Democrats would want to impeach him, to block him from running again, and likely to stifle his future influence. Lindsey Graham was begging Joe Biden to call AOC and the rest of the squad to drop the impeachment case because pursuing it doesn't exactly send a message of unity or moving forward, right? I have watched a few videos that make my stomach turn, in all honesty, however. In one video, an officer is being crushed by the officers behind him, like they're holding the line, and keeping the mob at bay, right? And then on the other side, he's got like a line of people, as far as you can see out the door, just moving and crushing him, and he's screaming like, help me, and it's hard to watch, man. Another one showed a bunch of people trying to break through some doors, and there was an officer on the other side, and there was chairs like piled up against it, barricading it, and you could tell he was saying like, yeah, he had his pistol drawn. He was like, stop, stop, and finally he just dropped somebody on the other side. I mean, shit got pretty real there. Just to be objective, if you look at it the same way you would look at Benghazi, for instance, and how seriously people took that. Even people I know who lived through the 60s are saying these are some of the craziest times they've ever experienced. So many things are happening and so fast that it's easy to fall behind when you're just living life. And that's probably the best move. I get having a political opinion, but there's no need to make that your sole identity only because you found a tribe or something to talk about, because in its absence, what are you? I don't know. Hoping for the best, guys. What's your take on all this mess? And since you tolerated this much of me blabbering, consider dropping a comment, hit the like, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you.